Hi, good evening to all of our participants in tonight's IACAC Virtual College Exploration for Illinois students. You're going to be hearing a great presentation on the best of the West and the PAC-12 schools. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping things we need to go over. Your screen and your microphones are muted, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. So if you want to ask questions, and we encourage you to ask questions, please use the Q&A button. You'll type your questions to the presenters at any time, and they will look at those questions, read them for the entire audience, and answer them a little bit later in the presentation. A lot of these, all of these sessions have been recorded. The one this evening is being recorded as well. So you can always go back to the IACAC website and view any programs you didn't get a chance to see or review ones you have. Those recordings will probably be available in about a week. There are more sessions through the middle of October, another week or so left, I believe, and you can sign up for those as well at the IACAC website. That's iacac.org. So right now we'll turn it over to the panelists and enjoy the presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. Again, this is a presentation on the best of the West, the top PAC-12 universities. So we are so excited to be bringing you some information about all of the universities, the top universities in the West. We will each be giving an introduction as well as an overview of our schools. We're just going to go ahead and each take a turn. And then at the end, please feel free to answer any Q&A using the Q&A tool. But otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started, and I will just take it over from here with an introduction of the University of Arizona. So the University of Arizona was founded in 1885. Actually, before the Arizona was even a state, it was actually just a territory. The main campus is located in Tucson, Arizona, which is on the southern end of the state. Since 1885, we've definitely grown. We went from one building to now having a beautiful 1 square mile campus. And everything students need is right there on our campus. We have 20 unique colleges, over 250 majors, 23 dorms, over 35 restaurants, a movie theater, 2 rec centers, and even a post office. So everything, again, is right there on our easily accessible, centrally located campus. We've definitely grown as well. Our first graduating class had 3 students. We now have about 35,000 undergraduate students on our campus. If you add an additional 10,000, that's our graduate students, and that make up our entire campus community. Over 40% of our students do come from out of state. In fact, we have students coming from every single state in the US. Illinois is actually our 3rd highest recruited state. So plenty of students from the Midwest making the trip over to Arizona. We also have a very diverse student body. We have students coming from over 120 different countries, and about 40% of our total students identifying as diverse. And even though we are a larger university, we're still able to offer a very personal educational experience. Average class sizes are between 20 and 29 students, and our student to faculty ratio is 15:1. Being such a large public university, there are definitely a lot of advantages. Like I mentioned earlier, we have over 250-degree program options, literally just about any program to meet your educational needs. Some of our more popular programs include our nationally top 20 ranked business college, our nationally recognized engineering programs and fine arts programs, as well as our pre-health and medical science programs. The University of Arizona has 2 medical schools, so a lot of really great opportunities and resources for our students. We offer big time opportunities for all students in all majors. When people look at us from the outside, they see that we are a top tier world-class institution, and we are ranked in the top 1% of universities in the world. Arizona is a premier research institute and a part of the American Association of Universities, which is an exclusive club of about 65 universities from Harvard to Yale to UC Berkeley to the University of Arizona. And we focus on providing these opportunities to our students. So from the arts to sciences and everything in between, our Wildcats are truly thriving. Not only do we have countless academic opportunities, Arizona has over 600 student-led clubs and organizations to participate in, and the variety of clubs is something that makes the social scene at Arizona truly amazing. Our organizations range from academics to leadership to student government to Greek life to social activities to athletics and recreation and everything in between. My favorite to point out is Zona Zoo. Have you ever heard of it? It is the official student section for our Division I Arizona athletics, and we have been consistently ranked by ESPN as the biggest, loudest, and best student section in the Pac-12. Another great way to find ways to get involved as well as connect to the campus is to actually live on campus. At Arizona, we do not have any housing restrictions or requirements for first-year students or any students really. You get to choose if you want to live on campus, and if you do, you get to choose where. We have 23 different dorms that house freshmen to seniors, and more than 70% of first-year students do choose to live on campus, especially coming from out of state. It's a great way to get acclimated to the university. One of our brand new dorms is Honors Village, and it is available to our Honors College members. Honors College, just really quick, is a specific program for those high achieving, motivated students who want to take on a little more. If that's something you're interested in, I encourage you to apply. Throughout the country, Tucson may be best known for its beautiful mountain vistas, our sunsets, of course, our cacti and outdoor adventures. There are literally thousands of miles of hiking and biking trails nearby to the campus. We also have a great downtown scene. Downtown Tucson offers an art scene, eclectic shops, coffee shops, restaurants, concerts, and so much more. I always have to point out the gorgeous Tucson weather, especially coming from the Midwest as we're gearing up for our winter months. Arizona is enjoying an average temperature of about 83 degrees and over 300 days of sunshine. And if you're interested in applying to Arizona, this is what you need to know. Our application is open. We accept the Common App or the Coalition app. We do not require essays. Personal statements are optional. Recommendation letters are not considered, and we are test optional. When we evaluate students, we are looking to ensure that you have completed these 16 courses. They are known as the Arizona Board of Regents, or ABOR, core competencies. And we want to make sure that you've completed these throughout high school, as well as using the grades from these classes to calculate your unweighted 6th semester core GPA. That GPA will be used to determine your admissibility as well as merit scholarship consideration. We work on rolling admissions, so we do not have any priority deadlines. So go ahead and submit your application, and usually about 2 weeks, we'll get a decision back to you. Some of you might already be admitted to Arizona and not even know it. We have an assured admission program, so if you are in the top 25% of your graduating class, or you have a 3.0 or higher core GPA, then congrats, you are a Wildcat. These are our merit scholarship opportunities. You can see that they range from $1,000 to $35,000 per year for out-of-state residents. There is no separate application required. When you are considered for admission, you are also reviewed for scholarship eligibility. Please note that the GPA used to determine your eligibility is not the GPA reported by your school. Again, it's going to be that ABOR core GPA that we recalculate. We do have other opportunities for financial aid and scholarships, but these are the main scholarships to be offered through the admissions office. We are currently not hosting on-campus visits, but I definitely invite you to check out what we have to offer. We offer great virtual visit options. You can go on guided tours, check out our YouTube library, really connect with the school if you haven't been to campus or if you haven't been to campus in a while. That is going to wrap it up for me. This is my contact information. You can always find me online, but thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it along to the next school.
Okay, thank you, Emily. We're going to get started with Arizona State University. So
Chelsea, your camera's not on.
Sorry, what was that?
Your camera's on, Chelsea.
Oh, thank you.
There you are.
The button, but okay.
Here's my friend.
Thanks. Yeah, so my name is Chelsea Flug. I'm with Arizona State University, and I've got my coworker here with me as well, Jessica. We'll kind of give our contact information at the end, but we're going to kind of take turns here providing a little bit of an overview of ASU, a very brief overview. If I can just get my show to populate here. Okay, can you see my screen? No. Okay. Now can you see my screen?
You're good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the first thing that we always like to talk about with ASU is our charter. So this is really important to ASU. This is at the center of everything that we do at the university. So any program that we establish is run against this charter first to make sure that it's in line with our goals for success as a university. So this is really important to us. We're really passionate about being as inclusive as possible, which means that you can even see that exhibited in our admission criteria, which Jessica is going to touch on a little bit later. But our goal at a university is to recognize that there are lots of different types of learners, and we are trying to accommodate as many of those types of learners as we possibly can by being as inclusive as possible. So this is something you'll hear a lot about. It's etched in stone on our campus. You'll hear it from alums, from professors, from faculty members, from students. We all have this perspective of this cohesive vision of being as inclusive as possible. So you can see that emulated through everything that we do as a university. We also have kind of a lot of an innovative setup. So we are ranked number 6 in the nation for the, number 1 in the nation for the 6th consecutive year for innovation. And so this is a big part of that, the 4 different campuses that we have. So the most important thing to note about these is that they are all 100% self-sustainable. They're all in the Phoenix metro area, and they all have every resource students need for their degree program to graduate from start to finish. So they all have advising, they all have our Barrett Honors College, they all have recreation centers, health centers, everything that you need for your specific degree program. So you get to choose what environment you would best thrive in, what culture, what geographic setting that you think is the best fit for you. Each of these campuses is home to its own unique set of majors that we offer. So we have 70,000 undergraduate students, over 350 different academic majors, and they're all spread out across these 4 campuses. So this gives you a little bit of an idea where they are in relation to one another, all within commuting distance, very close proximity to one another within 30 to 40 minutes. There's a shuttle that connects all of these campuses. And then something else to note about the Phoenix area where we're located is that it's the 5th largest metropolitan city in the country, which means big things for our students when it comes to internship placement, job placement. And so big companies, Fortune 500, Fortune 1000, are drawn to our area for the specific reason that ASU is housed there. And so they're really looking to tap into the talent pool and the graduates that are coming from ASU because they know they're prepared and they're experienced in what in all the internships that they've secured since they've been in the area and had access to those organizations that are offered by being part of the Phoenix community. So we're really, that's a huge advantage for us as well. And then Jess is gonna talk about some of the communities that we offer.
Thanks, Chelsea. Thanks again for joining us today. This is kind of a little bit of an overview of our Barrett Honors College. I'm not going to dive in totally with this slide because there's so much to talk about with our Barrett Honors College. We do it on our website. If you just go under Barrett Honors, there are events that you can register for to learn more about all we have to offer within the specific college. We are the gold standard of honors colleges in the country with over 7,000 students involved with in the Barrett Honors. And like Chelsea mentioned, all of our campuses do offer Barrett to be a part of. This is a separate application process that you would go through if you were interested in being part of our Barrett Honors College. And you can kind of see our averages listed there for you as well. So how do you become a Sun Devil? Let's talk about admission requirements. So we are on the Common Application, Coalition Application, and ASU application. We will accept either one of those. Once you apply, there's a $70 application fee, and then these are all of our requirements to get into ASU. We really pride ourselves on not being a highly selective university, and that is pretty black and white. If you meet our requirements, you're in at ASU. So you must complete our core competency requirements listed there on the left. The 4 years of math, 4 years of English, so on and so forth. And then one of the following to the right. We've always been test optional, even before COVID. So either 1180 SAT, 24 ACT, 3.0 GPA, or top 25% of the class. So again, one of those along with all the core competencies, and you're a Sun Devil. So we're really excited to hopefully have you. Amongst that, we have something called assured admissions. Oh, that's okay, Chelsea. We have something called assured admissions. What that means, if you are admitted into ASU, you're admitted into most of our programs. We do have a few programs that have higher admission requirements for GPA. For instance, our business and nursing, those are just to name a couple that have those higher GPA requirements. Otherwise, you will follow our assured admission process. And then as far as scholarships, we get this question all the time because what's important? An academic fit, a social fit, but also a financial fit. So let's talk about scholarships. So our New American University Scholarship, what that is that it's our merit award. So once you are admitted into ASU, you will receive this merit scholarship. And it will, last year they did range anywhere from $7,000 up to $15,500. We do not know our scholarships right now for next year. Our new scholarship estimator will be up on our website here probably within the next week or two. So you can kind of dive in there and plug in your information to see kind of what your scholarship may be as an out-of-state student. We also have what's called an ASU scholarship portal. What that scholarship portal is something where you can filter it down, but don't filter it down too much, and see what scholarships might be applicable to you for you to apply for. And then also Raise Me is a great way. Those of you who are freshmen, sophomores, juniors, to kind of dig into some other scholarship opportunities. It's not just for a lot of universities will take Raise Me as well as another scholarship for you. And again, my name is Jessica Lang, and Chelsea and I both work here in the Chicagoland area, kind of split Chicago in half, but both work here in the Midwest. And my email's there. We both are also listed on Calendly. Just go under Find My Rep. Just kind of find what high school, what part of the state you're from, and it will plug you into a meeting with one of us to schedule an appointment. Thanks so much for joining us today. And go Sun Devils.
Oh my God. What? Oh my God, I just lost internet. I literally, it was my turn to present and I just lost internet. I cannot believe that.
No, you're on.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I did not realize that.
You're good, you're on.
What a day. I am so sorry, everyone. Okay, I completely lost you all. I'm so sorry.
You're good. We see your Zoom screen.
Oh my goodness. I am so sorry about that. Okay, well, hello. My name is Heather Moser. I am an assistant director of admission. I also have a puppy who you just heard me talking to, but I thought I lost internet. So thank you for bearing with me. But I am just going to go ahead and give you a brief overview of the University of Colorado Boulder. Let you know a little bit about who we are and what we have to offer. So we are located in Boulder, Colorado, located really at the base of the Rocky Mountains. You can see that on the photo here. It's absolutely beautiful. We are also considered to be one of the #1 college towns in America, so something that is certainly exciting as well. And we are 30 minutes northwest of Denver, or about 45 minutes from the Denver International Airport. We are a large public Tier 1 research university, so there's a lot of different opportunities for you to be involved in research. About 30,000 undergraduate students total. About 6,000 graduates are on our campus as well. And then also keeping in mind, we do have an 18:1 student to faculty ratio, which I think is always really positive considering we are a large university. And another, I think fun statistic as well is 85% of our classes have fewer than 50 students. So you'll certainly have opportunities to get involved in courses that you really want to be involved in, peer-to-peer interaction, and so on. At CU Boulder, we do welcome innovation, and students and faculty are always ready to kind of be involved in whether it's the entrepreneurial standpoint, research, or sustainability. You'll have opportunities at CU Boulder for that. It is really full of a lot of different labs and events, and let students question and experiment and get involved in seeking solutions and so on. I always tell students, this is always something we look for as well in applicants. We want to make sure that, our students want to take a CU Boulder education and really make a difference and be involved in it. So that is just something always to keep in mind as well as it relates to kind of our campus community. Many students are going to find cool opportunities not only on campus, but around Boulder, and it is a really cool place to go to college. It is located in a great city. You've got, a lot of opportunities, whether it's hiking and skiing or cycling and so on, or even more of a social scene like you can see here at the Pearl Street Mall. It's a really cool place. If you've ever visited Boulder, it's likely that you've gone and hung out here, either had dinner or gotten some ice cream and so on. So it's a cool place. It's also a really healthy city as well. And again, largely part of that is just the surrounding area where there's just a lot of different opportunities for you to get outside and get active. As I mentioned, we are a large public state university, and our size really allows us to offer an unrivaled amount of opportunities both in and out of the classroom. So the first place that we really see this is in our academic offering. So we have a variety of options to choose from. You can see over 110 different majors, and we recommend to mix and match and really create an educational experience that is the best fit for you. We want you to be able to explore, all of your passions, all of the things that you are interested in studying. So the opportunities are endless. There's so many opportunities for you to explore and so on. So we have 7 distinct colleges and schools to study from. I don't even have time to go into all of them today, but just noting that there are several different majors and programs that you can really dive into, as well as having the opportunity to apply directly into these programs. We will assess your application for the academic college that you apply to, and also have an undecided option as well for those of you that might not know exactly what major you want to study. And outside of the classroom, the opportunities continue to be available to you as well. We have one of the most active college campuses in the nation, where, recreation, sports, and student groups really do play a unique role in the CU Boulder experience. So you'll really have opportunities to find kind of your fit, find what is right for you in terms of involvement. And that's really where you start to make lifelong friends. It really is, within our Buff community as well. So few facts about what we have to offer. Study abroad programs, there are a lot available to you, over 450 study abroad programs in 66 plus different countries. In terms of student organizations, there's a lot to choose from, ranging from Greek life to intramural and club sports to some more interest-based organizations, volunteer opportunities as well, both within the university, city of Boulder, and beyond. Mentioned the Rockies, the fact that they're in our backyard, giving you, plenty of opportunities to go out and explore. We are a great place for starting a business as well. We are considered to be one of the top cities in the country to start a business, and CU Boulder offers you opportunities to do that as well through our startup hub, as well as New Venture Challenge, and then research if that's something you're interested in as well. We are a tier 1 research institution. Oftentimes, I think students think that research is only, for chemistry students, lab, beaker, et cetera, and it's just not the case. There's so many things for you to dive into and explore. A nice little look at Boulder, just kind of the things that you have around, looking at both hiking and, entrepreneurship opportunities. You've got football. We are part of the PAC-12, as many or all the universities here are as well. And then for our application checklist, a few things to keep in mind is that we are test optional for this year. That is for our fall 2020-2021 application cycle. We are also accepting unofficial transcripts. So if you, would like to, you can certainly send us an unofficial transcript as well. But all of this information is available on our website, and certainly a great place for you to go and check out. And then lastly, I will also say that we are using the common application. That is the only way that you can apply to the university. We do follow a holistic review, which means that we are considering all the elements of the application listed here that you are submitting to us. The primary consideration, however, is going to be the academic review. So we're looking at your transcript very closely. We're making sure that you have, or we're looking at the courses that you've taken, the grades you've received in those courses, as well as what was offered to you in your high school. If you do submit a test score to us, we will also consider that as part of the academic review. And then the secondary consideration is everything else, the things you've been involved in outside the classroom and so on. Our freshman application deadlines, we do have 2 of them. November 15th is the first one. You will be notified no later than February 1st. And then January 15th is our regular decision deadline. You will be notified no later than April 1. Please keep in mind these are received by deadlines, which means that we need to have all of your documents in by this time. And then lastly, just definitely want to point you all towards our virtual visits website. They do a phenomenal job offering these to students. And then lastly, my email address and information. Thank you. And then also thank you for your patience with me as I thought we were having an internet outage. I'll pass it on to Oregon.
Good evening, everyone. I'm gonna get my screen pulled up here real quick. All right, I am so excited to have you join us tonight. I know the world's kind of a weird place. There's a lot of places that you could be, so thank you for making the time. My name is Sarah Goldman, and I am your Chicago-based representative. I work with all students from the great state of Illinois, and I'm going to throw my contact information in here in just a minute, so feel free to reach out if you'd like to chat more one-on-one or schedule an interview or be connected to anyone else on campus. But to get started, the University of Oregon is ranked #1 green city on factors like air quality, recycling, bike transportation, things like that. You're going to notice it's a really bike-friendly campus and a really bike-friendly city. You're going to see students on longboards and skateboards and bikes all over both town and campus, which I really like. There's also free public transportation in the city of Eugene for all UO students. One of the things I love about the beautiful city of Eugene is you're going to get all 4 seasons. It doesn't actually rain all the time, but it doesn't usually snow in the winter either. If you want to see snow, you have to drive an hour and go to the mountains where you can go skiing every weekend if you want to. Students do take advantage of lots of seasonal activities like snowboarding, skiing, surfing, kayaking, all of that good stuff. Again, it is a very green city. We have just about 19,000 undergraduate students, which makes us one of the smaller schools in the PAC-12. But what we have smaller students does not mean we have smaller opportunities for our students. We are also a Tier 1 National Public Research Institute and also a member of the Association of American Universities. What that means is we really focus on undergraduate research and really fancy and wonderful opportunities for our undergraduate students, and we are quite proud of that. We offer 325 different degree programs and certificates at UO. So again, we really provide really incredible opportunities for our students. And of course, we are a member of the NCAA Division I PAC-12. So why students come to the University of Oregon? Again, that smaller undergraduate population means smaller class sizes. So our average class size is just about 20 students. If you're looking for that great big lecture hall experience, you might have a couple classes like that, but more often than not, you're going to be in a smaller discussion-based classroom setting to really get that hands-on experience. About 3/4 of our students are actively engaged in research during their 4 years with us. And then for students that are looking for even more of a challenge, we offer our Clark Honors College, which is one of the top 10 public honors colleges in the entire country. This is going to offer you that small cohort experience, the opportunity, of course, to graduate with honors, and the opportunity to work really closely with your faculty members during your 4 years with us. We also offer additional honors in 48 different majors, and then a Latin honors program as well. About 19 of our different programs have been ranked nationally in the top 20 or 20%, and we're quite proud of that, from things like our business program to our psychology program to our pre-medical sciences. Or if you're interested in something else altogether, come to University of Oregon and take comic book studies. 1 in 4 of our students are going to study abroad in one of our 300 programs that we partner with currently in about 80 different countries. And this number is only growing. We really encourage students that are interested, passionate about study abroad, come to the University of Oregon and you'll have that opportunity. What we consider in our applicants, very common. First, of course, we're going to look at those grades, but not just the GPA, how you arrived at those grades, the grades trends, the classes that you've taken and your academic rigor. It truly is a holistic evaluation. We're looking at not you against every other student in the country or even you against every other student in your high school. We're looking at you in terms of the best version of yourself. What does your senior year schedule look like? What opportunities were available to you in your high school? Or perhaps you had to work quite a bit to support your family, or you had other responsibilities at home. So we just want to take a look at you as a candidate and get that really well-rounded version of you. We are permanently test optional for admissions, and we are test blind for scholarships. So if you have test scores and you're excited about them and you're proud of them and you want to send them in, that's just fine. We will use those in the review of your application. But if you perhaps, like most students, don't have test scores because you weren't able to take the tests this year or last year, or you have test scores and you just don't think that they're a good academic indicator of your potential, that's just fine. But we will always, of course, read that personal statement. We have some optional essays, and when we say optional, we actually mean optional. And then letters of recommendation are optional as well, but we'd love to hear from you. And then just a couple notes. Again, we are a test optional institution, proudly and permanently. And the other thing that we're talking about this year we're very excited about is our Oregon Guarantee, which means the tuition rate you pay for your freshman year is locked in for up to 5 years. If you do have questions or would like to get in touch with me, your admission counselor, you can schedule an interview with me. Go ahead and print screen, capture my information, and I will look forward to working with you. And I will pass it along to Oregon State.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name is Heather Wilford. I'm the Senior Assistant Director of Admissions with Oregon State University. I'm going to tell you all about Beaver Nation. So first thing to know is that Oregon State is Oregon's largest public university with over 32,000 students attending Beaver Nation. We have 2 physical campus locations, our main campus, which is in Corvallis, Oregon, and that's the place I'm going to be talking about mostly today, but we also have a smaller campus in Bend, Oregon called OSU Cascades. So whether you're looking for Oregon State on a large or small scale, we can offer you both in 2 beautiful areas of the state of Oregon. We also have research centers across the state, as well as the center at the Hatfield Marine Science Center in Newport, Oregon for students interested in oceans and coasts. So there's definitely a lot of places you're going to see Beaver Nation within the state of Oregon and beyond. A little bit about our location. We're only about 45 minutes north of Eugene, where University of Oregon is. So you're going to see very similar weather to what we were just talking about with U of O. But Corvallis is about an hour and a half south of Portland, about 45 minutes north of Eugene, so right in the heart of the beautiful Willamette Valley. It's a smaller city, only about 56,000 people, and it's really well known for that traditional college town atmosphere. We're ranked one of the best college towns in the country and one of the friendliest college towns in the US. So definitely a great place to call home. And it's a nice location because you're centered right in the middle of everything that Oregon has to offer, only an hour from the coast, only a couple hours to great skiing. And then if you're at our Bend campus, only 20 minutes from some of the best skiing in the state. So definitely a fun place to be and a very supportive community. Corvallis is very sustainably driven, very local. You're gonna see a free bus system in the city, and then as well as a stop for the shuttle to the Portland airport. So really easy for students to get in and out of town when they need to for breaks. As we are such a large institution, there are about 25,000 students located right on our main campus in Corvallis. So there's a ton of energy and activity happening throughout the year. No matter what your interests are, you're going to find those opportunities at Beaver Nation. We have over 400 different student clubs and organizations at this time, and those could include academically themed clubs, political organizations, religiously affiliated clubs, or just recreational clubs. So really any way that you want to build your community at OSU, you're going to find a space to do that. Some of my favorite clubs right now include the Bird Nerds, or the SAU race car team that our engineering puts on, or one of our tour guides actually just created a Corgi Appreciation Club last year. So you can follow them on Instagram if you also love Corgis. In addition to those student organizations, you're going to find Division I athletics, the intramural programs, club sports, a fantastic Greek life system at OSU, tons of music ensembles. So there's really a lot, no matter what your interests are. If you want to try something new, it's here for you. And a really cool thing about Oregon State is that we have 7 cultural resource centers. So those are dedicated spaces for students to go build community, maybe attend an event, host a meeting, or just provide, you know, a chance to learn about another culture. So definitely a really cool option at OSU. In terms of those academic majors, we have over 200 programs at Oregon State, so a wide variety of options for you to study. You're going to see everything from agricultural sciences to engineering, earth, ocean, and atmospheric science, liberal arts, the human sciences. So tons of ways for students to study and gain experience in their programs. One of the things that we're most proud of at Oregon State is our ability to get students involved in their degree and be really hands-on with their program as they're studying. So no matter what your program is, you're going to leave with experience in your field, something that you can talk about on your resume and job interviews, or as you apply for graduate programs and professional schools. So we really want to make sure that you're gaining that experience as you go through your undergraduate. We see students starting their research as early as their freshman year, going on study abroad, doing internships. So a lot of ways to build that resume and gain some experience. We also have an option for students who are undecided. So if you wanted to come in undeclared, you can do that. And we have a fantastic honors college that provides is a degree granting program, provides opportunity for even smaller class sizes, some opportunities to get involved in research, take honors specific classes, and much more. That QR code at the bottom of your screen will bring you to our Find Your Major page, and that helps you navigate to the different programs that Oregon State offers to learn a little bit more. So let's jump into a little bit about admissions and scholarships, since that is a big part of what you're going to be doing right now. So Oregon State does a holistic review. So no matter what we see initially on the application, we're going to be reading through every single part to make sure we're getting to know you as a student and what you're capable of, what you're passionate about, and your academic history. So we're going to look at your transcript for strength of curriculum, your GPA, your college prep courses. We'll be reading through an essay and a personal statement if you choose to do that. So all of that is built into our holistic review. And similar to the other schools here, we are test optional as well. So students, it's up to you if you want to send in an SAT or an ACT score to Oregon State. For scholarships, there's a few different ways that students are considered for awards. Initially based off their admissions application, we'll just automatically consider you for some scholarships based on that information that we receive from you through admissions. And then additionally to that, once you're accepted to Oregon State, you have the opportunity to apply for more scholarships through our Scholar Dollars application, including academic specific program scholarships and regional opportunities as well. For students submitting the FAFSA, we do recommend that you do that, and we will try to get you a financial aid package back as early as we can around the time that you're admitted. So it is helpful to apply early for admission and submit your financial aid package as soon as you can, so that we can get you as much information up front as you're making your decision. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them for you today. Be sure to drop them in the Q&A. That Find Your Advisor QR code will guide you to a site to get more information. So always reach out to us for your questions, and we hope to hear from you soon. And with that, I'll pass it along.
Micah, you're on mute.
Oh, thank you. This is why I appreciate it, guys.
Hey, that's what teammates are for.
Exactly. I appreciate it. I wanted to start with saying we're under a wind storm warning right now in Washington, which is really fun. So my internet keeps cutting out. So if all of a sudden I'm no longer presenting and my colleague Randy is, that's why. So I'll get started. Can you all see my screen? Hopefully. I didn't mess that part up yet. Fantastic. Okay. Well, I'll get presenting, and then I'm the last one. So you guys have made it this far. Congratulations. And then we'll open up for, I think, a really super brief Q&A, and then you guys are out of here. So my name is Micah DeMarco. I'm one of the admissions counselors for Washington State, and I'm your all's admissions counselor for Illinois. The city of Pullman is where we're located. So we're in Eastern Washington, right on the border of Idaho. I always assume most of you haven't been to Pullman before. And so just so you know, we're not rainy, we're not cold, we're not like the Seattle area, which a lot of people think of. So we're actually in a college town that's 2/3 college students when school is in session. That means that when we have a normal non-COVID school year, the average age in Pullman is 22.1 years old. It's incredibly young. It means everybody's moving here kind of for the first time together. And it makes it really a safe place to be. We're one of the safest schools in the country. We're the safest in Washington. It also means it's a really welcoming environment because everybody's new, everybody's getting the hang of college life kind of at the same time. A little bit about, the things to do on campus. We're a PAC-12 school. We've got all of the kind of similar big things to do. So lots of athletics and entertainment and clubs, Greek life. We are one of 3 schools in the country that has an increasing number of students involved in Greek life. So you'll see about a quarter of our students involved in that. But truly, this is all fairly standard for schools of our size. The one thing I'll say that differentiates us is because of that college town factor, everybody's new to Pullman. And so involvement is really emphasized with us because we need you to get involved in order to make your friend group, find your people, and then do well here. So we'll place an especially large emphasis on getting our students involved. On to academics, you can see all of our fields of study we've got over 200. Again, big school, we've got a lot of the big majors. Some of our most popular will be business, communication, engineering, and then anything within the pre-professional area. So pre-med, pre-law, pre-vet. We do have our own vet school, med school, nursing school, and pharmacy school. We're also a tier 1 research institution. We've got study abroad programs across the continent. The big, again, differentiator for us is not that we're big and have a lot of majors, but it's going to be that when a student applies to WSU, they'll tell us on their application what they think they want to study, and they're not held to that. So if the student switches their mind about what they want to do the day after they apply, they're welcome to do that without penalty. We know that at WSU, about 2/3 of our students will switch their major at least once. So really, truly very normal and absolutely encouraged if you find that your major is not for you. Really brief, our application process is extraordinarily simple, and this is a lot of words on one page. But the important thing for you seniors to know is our application's open now. It's pretty much a fill in the blank with information about yourself. We then need your transcripts, and that's it. We are not using SAT or ACT scores this year. For juniors, sophomores, freshmen, anybody else that's here, we might end up using them in the future again, like we have in the past. This year, seniors, you do not need to send them to us. We'll make our decision simply off of your transcripts and your proven academic performance. So when we get that transcript and the application, the transcript, we're making sure that you guys have taken English and math and science, just like what every other college that's already spoken before me is looking at. We're looking at your GPA, types of classes you've taken, pretty standard stuff here, guys, nothing groundbreaking. One of the cool programs that we do have, similar to a couple of the schools that spoke before me, is we do have assured admission. So those of you whose GPA unweighted, so on a 4-point scale, is a 3.6 or above, you'll automatically be admitted as long as you've taken those classes. Speaking about, and we'll skip over this really quick just so I can make sure we've got time at the end for the Q&A. Speaking of GPAs, we've got scholarships that are given automatically to students like yourselves whose GPA falls into these categories. So one scholarship application, it's optional. It's when you guys get to tell me about your extracurriculars and times you've overcome adversity, the things we didn't ask you for admission, we will for scholarships. We also have scholarships that could be awarded automatically. So unweighted GPAs of a 3.6 or above will get you automatically admitted to the university, as well as $11,000 per year off of your tuition. If any of you don't have a 3.6, but you've got a 3.2 to a 3.59 GPA, you would automatically receive $7,000 per year off of your tuition. I'll put this slide up just super briefly. So if anyone wants to take a screenshot or a picture of it, this is just what the cost looks like. For those of you with a 3.6 GPA or above, you'll be able to get the cost down pretty close to what an in-state student is paying. Second to last slide, everything is open now for our seniors. Everything is due by January 31, and then our confirmation deadline is May 1. That's pretty standard stuff with that May 1 deadline, but the sooner a student applies, the sooner they hear back. And then I am your admissions counselor, so anything you need, text, call, email, whatever it might be, I'm here to help out. And that is all I have for you. I'm going to take my screen off and I'll get my colleagues back on. I think we are just about to the end. I don't see any questions in the Q&A. You guys are a quiet bunch, going very easy on us today. And we're done at 3:15, right? Or I guess it's ahead of time there, 5:15? Yeah? Okay. Well, I'll not take up any more of your time. I appreciate everybody. If anyone else of my colleagues has anything they want to throw in there, but thank you all for attending.
I want to thank the panel. Did a really great job of presenting some really fabulous schools for you all to consider. And make sure you were quiet and didn't ask any questions, but if you have them, and I'm sure you do, make sure you reach out to all of these people. They're more than happy to help you. You got their information on the screen, so please do reach out to them and ask your questions. We want to thank you for joining us. There is a quick survey when you close this window. It's 4 questions. It won't take very long at all, and we would really appreciate your input so we can make this program better. And again, if you want to sign up for more sessions or look at the recordings, that will all be on the IACAC website. That's IACAC.org. So thanks very much for joining us this evening, and have a good night.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you. Have a good evening.